Hello, my lovelies. How are we today? I just had to make sure because my camera was acting a little strange. Anyway, so I decided to get all pin-upped up today. Felt like doing the whole, pin-up hair and makeup. Well, aside from the red lip, I'm kind of getting tired of the red lip because I do the red lip all the time. So not much is going on today. It's Saturday. Kind of just felt like getting dressed up, and yes, this is a dress I'm wearing. I had something to say and I can't. Seriously, get out of the car and go to the door. Somebody's outside honking. That drives me friggin' bananas. Honestly, I understand if you're like in a hurry and stuff and you need to get somewhere, but literally don't lay on your friggin' horn. Call them or text them and say, I'm here. It doesn't take that long. Don't lay on your goddamn horn. That's irritating. It's irritating, it's irritating, it's irritating, it's irritating. It drives me crazy. Frankly, it's rude. When I was, and I don't know if it's a date or a friend or whatever, but when I was growing up, I was taught that when you're going out with friends or whatever, they come to the door, they meet your parents, they come inside, whatever. And it's same rule applies. Come inside, like come knock on the door. Ramen noodles. I forgot that I put it on the stove. Make sure that yes. Anyway, what are you doing? What are you doing? King? Said, I'm not doing nothing, Mama. I'm just kind of being a cat and sniffing around, getting into things. Actually, he would be more like, I'm not doing anything, Mama. But his meow is so high-pitched. It's more like, instead of meow, like Oscar's. Oscar's is a meow. Anyway, I put them on the stove and I completely forgot until the timer went off. That's why I have to use the timer, because I forget. And I guess whoever they were honking for came, because I don't hear them anymore. But getting back to that, I don't understand why you're going to honk. Obviously they have a phone, and I don't know very many people on this planet that don't have cell phones, or, well, in this country that don't have cell phones. Call them, text them, say, I'm here, come to the door, knock. Even when I go out and my friends pick me up, they call me. They don't honk, they call me and they say, I'm here. It's common courtesy to the people around you, honestly. Get away, fly. Put my notebook on top of my bowl. So anyway, that's another thing. Another thing that I was thinking about last night. Now, I don't know if this has happened to you guys, but it's happened to me a lot, and it kind of irritates me. Why people ask for advice and you give it to them, and either they don't listen or they don't follow it, and then they ask somebody else advice, and that somebody else gives them the same exact advice that you just gave them, prior, and they take their advice, and you go, I told you the exact same thing. I'm sorry, when I was doing my hair and makeup, the girls were playing with the plugs over here, and they shut my computer off, and so now when it restarted, it opened up all this shit, and I'm trying to close it down now, so that's what you hear, all the ding, ding, ding. But that bugs the shit out of me. Has that ever happened to you, that you give advice to somebody and they don't take it, and then they ask somebody else the same exact thing, and they give basically they give them the same exact advice that you gave them, and they follow theirs. Like, it's almost like they don't respect your opinion, or they don't respect your advice. So if they don't respect your advice, or they're not going to listen to it, why the fuck do they even bother asking your advice? If they know that they're going to go to somebody else and ask them advice and follow their advice, no matter what that person says, whether it's the exact same thing that you say or the opposite of what you say, why even bother? And then when they take that person's advice, they say, oh, that so-and-so told me that I should do this. Dipshit. I said the same thing to you, and you completely ignored me. I don't know, maybe I just think it's rude. Who is that? Who is that comedian? Rude. It's a comedian. Jennifer? Jessica? Something? I don't know. Shaniqua? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's on my mind today. Those two things. One, honking instead of coming to the door or calling the person. And people asking advice, you giving advice, them not taking it, and then they ask somebody else, and that somebody else gives them the exact same advice that you gave them, but they gave them the credit. Like, I like, in my brain, I want to say to them, like, I understand that they're getting multiple opinions on something, but what I don't understand is when they like kind of dismiss your advice, like it doesn't matter, and then they get that same exact advice from somebody else, and then they're like, oh my god, that's such a great idea. Why wasn't it a great idea when I said it to you? Yeah, kind of, you know. But yeah, those are those two things that I was thinking about while I was doing my hair and makeup. And I'm gonna eat my lunch, and I may be back. Who knows? So it's Friday night, and I realized just how lame my life is right now when I call my ex just to see what's going on, because I'm bored. And because Ceci was going out tonight, so I wasn't going to really have anything to do. So I called my best friend. She doesn't answer. Call Dave. He didn't answer at first, but then he called me right back. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, nothing, getting ready to go out. You're going out? Where are you going? And basically he was just going over to a friend's house for pizza and beer, and he was going to get sloshed because, well, the friend he's going out with, the friend's house whom he went to is letting him spend the night because Jay won't let him be drunk at the house. So, needless to say, Dave is getting his swerve on tonight. My best friend, I don't know where the fuck she's at. She, my. Anyway, so this is how lame I realize that my life is. I realize that my life is extremely lame when my ex-husband is even going out for the night. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting. Hold on. I'm adjusting. Oh, let me lock it on here. Whoop. Nice wall. You like my wall? My wall's so pretty. It's got those pretty paintings on it that one of my very good friends painted. That she painted. She hand painted. Anyway, so I realized just how lame my life is when my ex-husband, who is antisocial, who never ever ever leaves the house unless he absolutely positively has to, was going out. Oh, how my life has changed. 2 years ago at this time, 3 years ago at this time, wait a minute, 2010, 2 years ago, 2 summers ago. Yeah, I had to think about it for a minute. I was going out all the time. I was partying all the time. I was going out every weekend that I could when, you know, I had the money, and I was just having a grand old time. Not so much anymore. And I gotta fix my... I was taking pictures earlier tonight, so my tripod's all a little discombobulated. You too. Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Mr. King is chirping and yelling. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. This is my baby. He does not like the camera. He's very fidgety. He does not like the camera. He loves Mama's loves though. Oh, see how say he with me. He gets jealous because Oscar is sitting right here on the couch behind me. And there he goes. See, Oscar's right there. Hi, dude. Oh. Anyway, so now my nights are sitting here watching Netflix, editing videos and pictures, talking to my cats, and watching and knitting. I mean, at first I was a little kind of bummed because, you know, Sassy was going out, and my best friend, I guess, went out. Either that or she was in bed, and Dave went out, and it's like, wow, my life is boring. But I know a few more years, my girls will be old enough that I can leave them for a couple of hours. See what I mean? I just played with the cat, and I have friggin' fur all over my nose. A couple more years, I'll be able to leave the girls, girls here alone for a couple of hours, so I can like go out on my own for a little while. I think I was 13 when my mom started leaving me for long periods of time. Of course, I was actually a lot older. Actually a lot younger. When I was in 4th grade. I think it was 4th grade. Something going on with my Irish flag over there right now. My dad worked the night shift, so he would be home, but he would be sleeping. And my brother was in daycare, so I didn't have to really worry about it, but I was like 10. And I would come home and I'd stay, I'd do things around the house. I don't remember ever really doing my homework, but I remember like being in my room, and I still remember that room too. It's one of the only rooms that I actually remember out of, like, in specific detail. I remember there was a window that looked out the side yard, and then I remember there was a window that looked in the... anyway, I'm getting ADD. I would come home. My mom would get home from work at like 6-ish. So, and of course, I would take the bus home, so I'd probably get home around 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock. So I'd only be home for like 2.5, maybe 3 hours sometimes. So it wasn't really a big deal because my dad was, asleep in the bedroom. But I was still like only 10. I trust my girls to be here by themselves for, no longer than an hour. So I'm kind of like, any more than that, I get a little fidgety. But yeah, so a couple more years and I'll be able to, leave. Literally a couple, because Lilia just turned 9 in December, so she'll be 10 this December, which, oh my god, I can't even believe that it's almost April. It's scary. I've had my car almost 1 year. Next month, and I think the 4th, I will have had my car for 1 year. Crazy. It's unreal. Well, shit, I've lived here for a little over 2 years. Last month was 2 years. Yeah, last month was 2 years. Officially. A lot of shit's going down in this place. A lot of shit. A lot of shit's going on in this kitchen, in this living room. Anyway, I'm going to sign off, and I'm probably going to watch more Netflix and edit more pictures, and it is a little after midnight, so probably go to bed soon too. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Be well, be safe. Come back and see me anytime.